So Dos, a narrow defeat today. What did you make of it, and do you feel a little bit hard done by?
Game of fine margins. I don't think one team or the other necessarily deserved the 3 points. I felt that Eastbourne played very well on the counter. They got some real pace in the wide areas. Hutchinson and Whelpdale were a threat. And we worked all week on the structural side of keeping a clean sheet for longer and then getting our goals as we do. But to concede after I think 3 minutes was difficult, and I thought the lads responded to that really well. Chances wise, great move. Jason Pryor, great save from Morgan. Another really good move down the right. Mo hits the post. Another good save by Morgan, and then we get the goal from Joe as well. So if you look at the actual stats of the game, on target, Eastbourne had 2 shots on target, and they scored from both of them. And we had a number of opportunities and didn't. So that's why it's going at home at the minute. Like I said, I can't fault the effort. I can't fault the passion that the players showed. As you know, it's been a difficult week trying to get the team out on the pitch, and I know that 4 or 5 players there today, ran their socks off. Bearing in mind they've been really unwell. So you're trying to take all these different things into account. It was a game today, so fine margins. We bombarded their box in the last 10 minutes with long balls and diagonals, and even stuck Jamie Collins up top with Jason to try and see if there was a knockdown available, or we could isolate Jamie against their fullbacks, try and get the far post. But it just wasn't going to fall. You look at the second half, Joe Newton's putting a great cross for Ruffy, arrived late as he does, again just gone over the bar. Jason Pryor at the far post, header, probably think he could have scored that, went over the bar. So like I said, I'm not going to be too critical. That's half the season gone, 46 points, and everything's up for grabs. I think that everyone's beaten everyone. Ebbsfleet lost obviously today, Dartford won, and it's gonna be an interesting second half of the season. But we do need, we just gone a little bit flat in the front 4 at the moment, and as I said, the goals at home in particular, that's something that we're trying to deal with and recognise. But again, Paul Rooney was excellent today. It's his first game in probably 14 weeks. He comes in, plays centre half. So everyone knows that we've had a few issues, but those issues will improve over these next 2 or 3 weeks. And there's a long season ahead of us, and let's see what happens in end of April. You can't sit here sometimes and get too high and too low, and being too low today would be unfair on the effort the players put in.
Yeah, I was going to mention the positives. Obviously, Paul Rooney had a fantastic performance, and what else were you looking at across the squad, that the positives that you did take from today? Because there were a few. Yeah,
I thought there's some, there was sort of some good performances. Like I said, Rooney's come in and done really well at centre half. Joe Osser's come back from being off with his chest infection. I thought Josh Passley played really well again today, as did Joe Newton. So there's lots of good things. I thought we controlled the midfield at times. I thought Billy Clifford was kept popping into good areas. But as I said, it really is a game of fine lines sometimes. So I'm not too disappointed.
So we move on to the New Year's Day match. I know you mentioned, not often both teams win both, and we like our away games at the moment too.
Yeah, listen, you just got to hope that's, obviously that rings true. At the end of the day, as I said, you're better off getting 1 win out of the 2 than you are drawing both the games. We were desperate to get something out of the game today, and it'd have been great. But Sunday's another game. It's a totally different game. Whilst the sides know each other well, maybe those chances, the 2 chances that we have in the game, fall to us. Maybe they create 10 or 12 and don't score. So you're looking at it overall, it's almost like its own little period, the Christmas period. And we've got a chance to go to Eastbourne in only, 6 days' time, and try and get the 3 points. And I think we'd have taken it over 2 games, because I know factually and stats that it's not easy to win both your games.
Just finally then, you mentioned in the week we did discuss about the injuries and the numbers, and today Oscar Gobourn came off with a knock. How's that looking?
I don't know, if I'm being honest. He's been initially assessed. It's a knee injury. So again, we don't know quite how that fits. So yeah, it's been a bit one thing after the other. But like I said, we would have taken 46 points. We're halfway through the season. We do need a bit more luck, and that's luck with serious injuries to some serious players. So we've got to hope that the things do improve in the second part of the season. So I think we've got to almost say well done to the players for getting to this point, with the pretty much constant problems that the squad's had. So as I said, not too disappointed today, and we go again on, is it Sunday? Go again Sunday.
and back in Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, so Thursday, Friday this week. Like I said, it'll be a numbers check a little bit again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, you know, we've had a 10-day break to come into this game today, and we, you know, I think we'll benefit from that in the long run. But we do need to get 2 or 3 back as soon as we can.
Lovely. Cheers, Dos.
Cheers, Adam.